Hi, Taurus. It is time for your monthly June 2022 horoscope, and so I'm here to give that to you. Thank you for joining me. Here is your chart over here on the left, and you have quite a bit going on in your sign and in your 12th house. So we're going to talk about that. Um, hopefully these horoscopes will come out every month. I made one recently for this week, so here we go. Um, I want to focus for a minute on the activity here in your 12th house with the Jupiter, Mars energy, and Chiron. Both of these planets will eventually be conjunct Chiron. And so there's a lot going on in that background, that house that is so mysterious and kind of behind us. It has to do with the subconscious and the unknown, that type of thing. And so, with this much energy in your 12th house, you might have a lot of inner chatter going on, a lot of kind of experiences you're wrestling with that aren't necessarily apparent to everybody else. And so, I don't want you to let your imagination run away with you. The inner chatter and the various figments of your imagination could kind of like seem to just keep distracting you. But it's really good for creative work. So do pay attention to it for your creative work. Let it show you some resolutions that you hadn't thought of before. But there's information coming out of there that it's kind of nebulous. It's kind of just hard to put your finger on. So don't let that get out of hand. Just notice it, observe it, move on. Keep yourself in the here and now, at least 1 foot in practical matters and 2 hands. This is going to make life a lot easier for you down here, and especially when Mercury finally turns forward. And this chart was drawn for June 3rd, 2022, the day that Mercury is stationary, getting ready to make forward motion. Right now is just sitting still in your first house. And so there's something about yourself you're learning in the first house. Maybe there's something about your identity that needs to be clarified. But with Venus in there and Uranus in there, things are going to become a little more reasonable. Uranus has been in there since I believe 2019. So that you've kind of been living in a changing world of changing identities, sudden changes or inspirations, anything that would make you think differently about yourself. So it's a good idea to keep a grip on what's going on in the real world with that type of energy in your first house. Venus rules your sign, and so she's very comfortable there, and it's very reassuring to have your own planet in your sign. So Venus is there to add that little reassuring, diplomatic, balance and harmony kind of attractiveness and soothing to the Taurus energy in your first house. And that's probably a relief with all of the other things going on in your life. So maybe there's someone, a part of your circle that is offering you someone to relate to, someone to talk to, someone to befriend. So there's if you can keep your imagination from getting away with you and keep a grip on what you do know, the known facts and figures, you keeping track of any missing information. So, I say keep track of missing information. Know what you don't know, and allow yourself to also recognize the variables that are changing in your life, and you'll get a lot more out of it if you address this with a sense of curiosity, not a demand for knowledge, but you're ready for that knowledge to come to you when and if it does, freely. And it will. Sooner or later it will. Sorry, I didn't have the light on until then. Um, so it also may be easy to get drawn into the distractions of other people, and you want to kind of keep that to a minimum. Be attentive to their state of mind and whether their state of mind is being affected by alcohol or other substances, because that's particularly sensitive for people with those factors right now. Then with whatever particular situation you're approaching yourself, indicated by this lineup of planets in your sign, you want to take it slow. You want to slow down the movie. Um, there is so much going on in here with Venus, Pallas, Uranus, and North Node, and Mercury. You want to just feel that need to slow down a little bit, and Venus will help with that. Venus is not a pushy kind of planet. She tends to want to provide comfort where she can and relaxation. But while Mercury is in the process of changing directions here at the beginning of the month, it can seem a little more tumultuous than needs to be. And the X factor associated with Mercury changing directions in your sign pertains to something you know, but maybe you've forgotten, or that you're not admitting to yourself. Or it could be something you're discovering about yourself for the first time. What you find out in the next couple of days over this month will change the basis of how you make your decisions. And that's important to know. You don't know all that you need to know yet. And because this X factor, we'll call it, is going to become apparent, you'll choose differently. So today you may make a choice, and then a week from now or 2 weeks from now you might make a different choice. So I suggest you wait at least until Mercury turns forward, which is doing as we today is the May 29th, on June 3rd, but he won't reach Gemini again until June 13th, and then he won't, and that, did I say May 3rd, June 3rd, and then he won't reach Gemini again until May 13th. Then he won't clear his retrograde post-shadow until June 18th. So if you could wait until the 18th, that would be awesome. Give yourself that time to fully understand the circumstances you find yourself in. Hang loose, notice events as they unfold. Your observations will count for everything. Be particularly sure to notice when you surprise yourself. Well, there you go. Thank you for joining me, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed your horoscope. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.